All right, so for the past few days, we actually got some info here that I want to talk about. This actually came up 3 days ago, but I wasn't home for the weekend, so I actually couldn't cover this. I did make a post in my community tab about it, but Global is actually cutting a week and basically being a week behind JP now. Where Global was 2 weeks behind, I guess they just realized that that was a stupid thing to do because it just killed all the hype, right? Whenever a new character would release, it was just completely unhype by the time it came out on Global, right? So I guess that's why they're doing this. And I agree to that decision because of that. Now, there are some issues that come with doing so because I hate that they do this, right? They cut the time between JP and Global, and that just completely cocks the natural release of banners. Because now Global's getting the shitty Meliodas that JP just got, right? Awful, awful Meliodas, awful banner. I actually think this is why this Meliodas is so bad. I think they planned on cutting this week from Global. So instead of just being like, oh yeah, we just dropped the Brynhilder, like part 2 anniversary banner, and then instantly dropped like a major banner again, right? They were like, okay, let's drop this shitty Captain Meliodas here with terrible stats. His cards are terrible. His passive is mediocre. He's all around really bad. His banner is really bad. Like everything about him is bad. So I guess that's why, because they were like, okay, we're gonna cut a week anyway, so let's cut this week, and then the following week is gonna be the Meliodas, so it won't be as suffocating, right? But I think there's always an issue, right? I don't think that they said anything. Yeah, they didn't say anything. When they do shit like this, right, what they should do is, okay, so we're going to be cutting a week from Global. Next week, so this week, right, every daily and weekly reward would be doubled. So let's say PvP rewards would be doubled, and the daily missions would be doubled, and the daily login would be doubled. Because JP has the natural progression it's always had, but Global keeps... I don't know, the Global team, I don't know if they're still confused about what they want to do, but they keep doing these pushes, like these weak cuts, that really aren't great for the health of the game, I feel like. I mean, we're basically caught up at this point. Global is going to be a few days behind JP now, because it's not actually a week. JP gets their updates on Thursday, and Global gets the updates on Tuesday. So it's actually 5 days, not a full week. But you know, they might as well sync the games. I don't understand, because the thing, the argument for Global being behind is like, okay, I can know what banner to save for, but being 2 weeks behind didn't really give you that much of a leeway in terms of knowing what banners should come. It gave you somewhat of a hindsight, but even with the hindsight, I don't think it really made that much of a difference. At this point, they might as well sync the games. I think they have a few days behind just for the Global team to have time to translate. I don't know. It can't be that hard. Like, Grand Cross database translates all the new stuff in like an hour. Like, it's probably really not that hard. Like, JP is actually behind Korea. I don't know if you guys, some of you probably don't know this. The Japanese version is actually not the one that's in front. The Korean version is like a few hours ahead of JP. And I think because Korea is actually the main version, right? Korea is the main version. JP, the only reason why like YouTubers and stuff play JP is because it's just a few hours behind. Like, who cares? And there's a bigger player base on JP basically than Korea. But you know, there's no way there's not a big, that big of a difficulty for them to translate. But yeah, this sucks. I actually wish that they would do that, like double the rewards for this week, so Global players don't feel cheated on a week of rewards, right? It's so stupid, but it is what it is. That's what they're doing. I mean, for YouTubers, like I think I saw a few Global YouTubers saying that they like this update because, you know, like I said, it's less hype. When stuff releases on Global, it's not as hype because it was 2 weeks ago on JP. Like, people still remember it releasing on JP. That's how short it was. At least 5 days. It's still like, you know, a little bit behind, but it's not that behind. I think it's a little bit better than being 2 weeks behind in terms of the game maintaining hype throughout releases. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments about this. But the other thing here, so again, this was something that released 3 days ago. Probably a lot of you already knew about this. I just, I'm behind on this because I wasn't home, right? The new Demonic Beast Battle is dropping next week. So this is basically confirmation. There's no actual info on what it is, but this week, so today is Monday, right? Tomorrow's Tuesday. We're probably going to get an announcement of a stream for Wednesday. Wednesday, we're probably going to be getting a stream with the new character. I should have pulled it up, sorry. With the new character for Ragnarok. What is it? Freyr. This is the tweet, right? Yep. Freyr. I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce this. And we'll probably be getting into the Demonic Beast Battle because this week here, so you know how Demonic Beast Battle, you get the reset for the first completion rewards of the week on Sunday. They're basically announcing that on June 30th, Thursday, there's going to be another reset again. And that's exactly what happened when the deer came out. The bird had an extra reset. So, you know, anyone that had not done it this week, that week yet, was like urged to, you know, complete it first because it was going to reset. So they're basically telling you, by the way, if you haven't done it yet this week, if you want, there's going to be an extra reset. And it's because you're going to drop a new one. So I wonder, one thing I'm wondering, right? What's it going to be, the beast? People have been theorizing it's going to be like a dragon or the serpent that's on the picture of the demonic beasts. But what I'm wondering is, are they going to allow us to do the first clearing of all 3 demonic beast battles every week? I think there's no reason not to at this point. Like, we had to pick between deer and bird, and that was kind of annoying, because if you wanted to get bird relics and deer relics, it's like, okay, you can do that, right? Because you can do the first completions of the week on deer, and then farm stage 3 on bird, but it was just incredibly annoying. So I hope that they actually revert that and allow us to do first time completion for all 3 of them every single week. That's me being hopeful. Also, I hope that the activity is not very annoying like deer was. They already acknowledged that the deer was way too annoying and way too character specific in a previous dev note. So I hope that they have that in mind when making a new boss, that, you know, being super gimmicky and super annoying like the deer was is not the way to go. Like, I hope they do the first time thing, because, you know, with bird, it's like, eventually, when Trader Mally came out, the bird became 10 times easier than it was, right? It's still not the easiest activity for a lot of players, but if you have Trader Meliodas, like I beat it with my my free-to-play account so easily, like 2 million box CC basically. It's with Trader Meliodas, the activity is a joke, especially with Megalda and Trader Meliodas especially. But deer, even if Jormungandr makes it much easier. But making it much easier just means it's less annoying. Jormungandr just makes it less annoying. It's still awful. The activity is still bad. So I hope I don't have to farm it, right? I don't have to beat stage 3 15 times for 1 relic. I really don't want that. So I hope they allow us to actually farm, or not farm, but, you know, do the first time completion every week. But yeah, that's about it for news. We hopefully we'll be getting more info on this new Freyr character, and hopefully it's a live stream as well. I mean, I am assuming it will be, because the deer was a live stream too, so that's on Wednesday.